Third topic name is exogenetic process part first. Many landforms are formed due to the internal movement. Many processes occurring on the Earth's surface also leads to formation of degradation of landform continuously. In this lesson, we will studying the exogenetic, that means external process, and the landform formed by them. External process occurs because of the forces working in the Earth's surface. They are mainly solar energy, gravitational force, and kinetic energy associated with the moving object on the Earth's surface. That means in this topic we will we will be studying the exogenetic, that means the external process. External process occurs because of the gravitational force, solar energy, and the kinetic energy. Do you know landform formed on the Earth's surface as a result of the internal movement is called as a primary and secondary landform. For example, continent, mountain, plateaus, plains, etc. Because of the external process like weathering, erosion, transportation, and deposition, the primary and secondary landform give way to the tertiary landform. For example, valley, sand, dunes, delta, U-shaped valley, etc. See the given picture. Observe the physical appearance of the rocks in the each of picture. You can see the rocks are broken, fractured, and have hole in them. In picture, you can also see that the statue has been deformed. Why are the rocks in such condition? Think about and briefly tell the reason you can think of. Discuss the reason. Check with the teacher your reasons are relevant. That means you observe this picture and write some information about this picture. That means first picture, second picture, and third picture. Then here this here given the type of weathering. You observe and note down this observation in your notebook. Breaking and weathering of rocks is a natural phenomena. It is called as a weathering. That is breaking and breaking and weakening of the rocks is natural phenomenon. That means any rocks broken or weakening, this is the natural phenomena. It is called as the weathering. That means breaking or weakening of rocks is also known as the weathering. Weathering can be divided into three forms. That means these weathering are divided into three forms. First is a mechanical or physical, second is a chemical, or third is the biological. In arid climate, mechanical weathering is dominant. Whole in humid climates, the chemical weathering is a more effective, and biological weathering occurs because of living organism. That means here the type of main three type of weathering. First is the mechanical. That means this is also known as the physical weathering. Second is the chemical weathering, and third is the biological weathering. First type of weathering is physical weathering. In arid climate, the mechanical weathering is dominant. That means in arid climates, the mechanical weathering is a dominant part. In the dominant in humid climate, chemical weathering is the more effective. That means the humid climate, the chemical weathering is effective, and the biological weathering occurs because of the living organism. That means this because of the living organism, biological weathering is occurs. First type here given the mechanical weathering. Try this. Here given a one experiment related to this mechanical weathering. You will do this experiment in your home. Take an onion, cut its the middle, observe the cut parts. Try to remove each skin layer of this part. That this experiment do in your home. Here given, you will notice that just as we can remove each and every outer layer of the onions. Similarly, in nature, rocks undergo such a process. That means as like onions, hmm? onions layer as like that means the onions we can remove each and every layer of the onion as like, or similarly natural rocks undergo such process. That means as like process doing in this nature rocks. In the exposed part of the rocks heat more while the inner part is comparatively cooler. That means exposed part of the rocks heats. That means exposed or internal part is the external part is the rocks is a heat more while the inner part is comparatively cooler. That means the inner part is the cooler comparatively, exposed part is cooler. As a result, the outer layer of the rocks falls apart from the main rocks. That means the outer layer or outer layer of rocks falls apart from the main rocks. That means they are divided from the main rocks, and this is called as the exfoliation of the rocks, and this is also known as the exfoliation of the rocks. You understand what is the process of the mechanical weathering?